What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the I Formation podcast. It's a great day. Football is today. Finally, waited 2 days.
Finally.
We had an exciting week. We were pretty spot on with our predictions, actually. If you guys watched live on Sunday, but we'll get more into that after this. But before we start, how you doing today, Lebron?
Man, I'm good, man. Blessed on this day-to-day football Thursday. Getting ready for some great football this week, man. Hope it can match like we said last week. You know what I'm saying? We make some great picks. To all our fans and everything, remember, you subscribe to our YouTube page, man. Follow us on all the networks, man. Facebook, Twitter. We are the iForm Podcast on Twitter, and the iFormation Podcast on all the other networks, all the other platforms and everything. So subscribe to our page, man. And shoot, Ben, let's get this thing kicked off in this first quarter, man. Coin toss, you know. Ravens
Yes,
always win. Shout out to the
sir.
Ravens, man. Great game, man. Ravens up beating the Lions. What a kick. Justin Tucker, baby.
66.
Shout out to him, man.
66.
Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. We ain't gonna try to talk about the Ravens this show, y'all. We're sorry.
Yeah.
Try to talk about it too much.
Yeah. We're putting some more stuff in.
Let's get this first quarter kicked off, baby. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. So for our first quarter, we'll be jumping in to the rookie quarterback discussion. And LeBron pointed out to me, the rookie quarterbacks are 1-10 as their record. They've got one win. Just terrible. They played very bad.
The one win is Fields, which is crazy off the game that he just came off of, man.
Yep.
And yeah, we're gonna talk about it. You go ahead, man. Yeah.
All right, so we'll start off with Trevor Lawrence. Coming into the season, I didn't think much. I didn't think he would be able to do much in Jacksonville just because he was this is a team that's it's gonna take some rebuilding. And it'll be a few years before I think they're really a power in their division. Lawrence in college showed he had the tools. And in the NFL, he hasn't been terrible, but he hasn't been great. Like I said, he's not on a good team. He's on a bad team. That's why they have the number one pick. They don't have a good offensive line, but he does have some weapons. And he also has Urban Meyer, who's a rookie head coach in the NFL. He obviously did everything he did in college, but with a new NFL coach, it's probably a little tough. And there's a couple rookies dealing with that as well, which we'll get into when we move on. But I don't know. Tonight is a big test for Trevor Lawrence. I'm excited to see what he can do against the Bengals defense because somehow the Bengals are pretty hot right now. They're sitting at 2-1, and Trevor Lawrence has a chance to kind of prove everybody wrong and quiet people if he could pull off an upset or even keep the game close tonight because they're a big underdog in tonight's matchup. So, like I said, Trevor Lawrence is kind of what I expected, but I think throughout the season he could grow and be kind of the number one pick we thought he'd be.
Yeah, man. So, with Trevor Lawrence, man, I was high on Trevor Lawrence when he was coming out. Man, great quarterback, man. With him being that tall, seeing the field, and what he did to my college, man, Alabama. You know what I'm saying, in the national championship game, that was crazy. But I really think, too high on him. So that's when I got on Trevor Lawrence, just coming in. I know, like you said, man, he's on a bad team. I think if you switch him, we're going to talk about this game later on. If you switch him and Joe Burrow, I would wonder if they would have the same success, depending on, where they at. So, but like you said, man, tonight is going to be a big game for him. I think I have more to positive to say about him if he overcomes this short week right here. His first short week game coming up against a great opponent, man. You do not want to go down 0-4. You know what I'm saying? NFL, pretty much, man, that's hard to make them playoffs, man, because you got to keep climbing back. You can't keep losing games that early.
So now moving on to Zach Wilson. This is the guy. This is the guy in the preseason.
This big guy, Ben, say he gonna win Rookie of the Year.
Never.
Just playing.
If y'all have watched, y'all know I haven't been high on Wilson, and mainly before the season, before we even jumped into starting our episodes, me and LeBron had a whole conversation about it. Just in college, we really didn't see him play competition, and when he did, he didn't get the job done. So for him coming into the NFL, I wanted to see, what these NFL defenses will look like against him. All rookies, it takes time. It's a learning curve. And another thing for him, like I was saying earlier, Wilson is with a rookie head coach and a rookie coordinator. Like it's a tough situation for him to come into, but the decision making for him has been poor. Like he just looks he just looks like he's playing backyard football. He's jumping around and just chucking it up, and it's nowhere near the receivers. Like at BYU, I guess he got away with it, but in the NFL, there is no chance he's getting away with that. And it hasn't looked good on him. It hasn't looked good on the Jets. And even the New England game, New England's defense just annihilated him. He couldn't do anything. And for a rookie quarterback, like I said, Trevor Lawrence has at least showed he's got some stuff he can do. He's made some bad decisions, but he's also made some really good ones and made some big plays. Wilson, we really just haven't seen anything good. Like he's running around. The one thing I'll say is good is his mobility. He's been able to avoid some sacks, which I will give him. But throwing the ball, he's just looked terrible. Like it's just not look like what people thought he would be. And this is kind of what I expected.
And I'm one of the guys that seen, and I admit this, and I apologize. I'm one of the guys that seen one preseason game, and I was like, oh man, did you see Zach? Yeah, I think it was against Green Bay in the preseason, man. And then I saw Shannon Sharp, shout out Shannon Sharp, and I saw him say something about. He said, I really pretty much don't be paying attention to what the rookie quarterbacks be saying in preseason. The game is slow, and they speed up. And as you can see, the game is sped up for Zach Wilson. You know what I'm saying? And they had to make some decisions, man. I think they need to make some better plays around him. He has a few weapons also, but like you said, he was a rookie coach, rookie coordinator. Hopefully he picks it up, man. But like right now, man, the game is coming at these guys fast.
Yeah, for sure. Now moving on to our quarterback, Justin Fields. This was tough, like extremely tough. And Andy Dalton, I put a lot of hate on. I wouldn't even say hate. I just put a lot of that he shouldn't be starting. And what the Bears coaching staff showed me gives me more respect for Dalton. But I still feel like the play calling for Dalton was better than it was for Fields. For Fields, it just looked like they were trying to get him killed. And it was no adjustments. The whole game went like that. And early on, the Browns offense struggled, and the Bears had a chance to capitalize, and they couldn't get a yard. They could not get 1 yard early. It was hard to watch. I couldn't even watch it. I was watching Red Zone, and it, like the Bears offense just looked so bad. Now, Fields didn't play great. He definitely held the ball too long a few times, but that goes two ways. If the receivers aren't getting open and the play pattern's just not there, then like there's nothing he can really do. I agree. He was sacked 9 times.
Nine times, man. I was gonna say that. Sacked 9 times. And after I think the third or the fourth sack, I think he should have. I think I think they should have made them adjustments. It wasn't. It wasn't no. This what made me mad, and I understand. Like you just said, I was gonna point out. I'm gonna critique when it comes to this quarterback position because you got to play good. He did hold the ball a few times on a few 3 steps, but it's like the receivers is no separation. Y'all want them to throw into a crowd. Y'all want them to throw another pick, and that's what Wilson does. Another story. Yeah. So about the third or fourth pick. I mean, let's make some adjustments on the sideline. Let's make some adjustments upstairs. Let's call upstairs. Let's go max protection. Let's keep the backs in. Let's chip Myles Garrett. I'm going to say this again. Let's chip Myles Garrett. They just left. I understand Peters is a solid vet, but like I said, he's a vet. He's older. Myles has a different type of motor at that defensive end. You know what I'm saying? Defensive end, outside linebacker with arms all the way down to his ankles, man. And y'all just going to leave him one-on-one with Jason Peters, you know what I'm saying? Nothing against Jason Peters, but it was a rough day for him, you know what I'm saying? That defense, and that made my guy look bad. But I want to talk about Andy Dalton. With all this, it's my time stuff and everything. I feel like he's a lot to do with Fields, you know what I'm saying, progression too, because he could be helping out a lot with Fields too in that quarterback room, you know what I'm saying? But it's like a competition thing. It's like everybody's competing now. And also, just like Nagy came out and said, he also put it on the table again. It's competition out there. So with that being said, with my opinion, I feel like they should just start Foles.
Yeah,
Just start the vet. Yeah, just start Foles, man, and make sure that he's holding it down. Do what you got to do if you're not gonna build around Fields, if you're not
exactly.
gonna use that if you're not gonna use that draft pick, that draft pick that you moved up to get, if you're not gonna put some weapons around them and protect them, if you're not gonna do that, just put Foles in the game and let somebody else
Yep.
get hit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I bet Foles will come out and say something because I know he'll vet. He'll probably say something, but Fields just in a limbo, just like you got to take up for Andy Dalton, a guy that's supposed to be a guy that's supposed to be teaching them, helping them.
Yep.
You got to take up for him, and then also go out there and play in a system that he can't even say nothing about. You know what I'm saying? And probably he can't even read coverages. That's
Yep.
that's them college offense. I was gonna say that. That's the problem with these rookie quarterbacks, man. They say blue 80, blue 80. Said look to the sideline. They look to the sideline. They look to the sideline to see what
Yeah.
coverage they in. To
Yep.
get the best play to get in. Then when you get in the NFL, you don't have that. You got to learn that on your own. You got to
Yep.
study.
Read it.
You got to do what you got to do. And you see that, you know what I'm saying? Like Shannon Sharp, man, when this thing is really kicked off in the regular season, it's rough, baby. And their records are showing it, man. Their players showing it. And I just feel like, and I always go back. You see, I'm passionate about this. I hate that these quarterbacks playing like this because I got to compare them to Herbert, who
Yeah.
Herbert didn't even know he was going to start that week.
Got
He didn't
thrown
know
in
until
5
20
minutes
minutes.
before. Yeah.
Yes, 20 minutes when you go in for the 20 minutes before the game. He knew 5 minutes before that's when you get your needle shots and all
Yeah.
that. He knew 5 minutes before and got in the game and then flinched. And because I guess on a big stage, Joe Burrow been the first round pick, been on a big stage since
Yeah.
LSU, having to do what he had to do in LSU, then getting into the league and doing what he did before he got hurt, and then coming back this year off an injury and doing what he got to do. You know, and I think it's sort of with your play too. It's sort of with your play because I'm not gonna give Fields just say, "Oh, Fields, they weren't blocking for
Yep.
you." You got to
Yep.
play better, baby. You got to play better in the NFL, man. Come Sunday at the quarterback position, you got to. Zach Wilson, you got to.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But before we move on to Mac Jones, I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
So Greg Roman, offensive coordinator for the Ravens, he's dealt with Colin Kaepernick. Had some success with Tyrod Taylor. Had some success with Lamar Jackson. If Nagy goes, do you think? I saw a tweet about this. This is from Twitter. Do you think Greg
Ooh.
Roman would be a guy that should get this head coaching job in Chicago with Fields?
Man, Chicago Bears GM front office. If y'all are tuned in to YouTube, anything, subscribe to the Affirmation Podcast. My co-host just dropped the nugget on y'all that I think that you just bring that to my attention. I think that would be perfect, boss. Everything that he has done with each quarterback, and you just put the Tyrod Taylor on me when he was at
Yeah.
Buffalo, right?
Yep.
Yeah, when it was at Buffalo. So you put that on my brain, man. With him going up there, I think that would be big. Put the weapons around him. He
Yep.
knows exactly what to do. And that goes to show what you just said right there. Man, pull the plug and stop with this. Oh,
Yep.
you want Justin Fields to be a drop back quarterback and go to the RPO. Do what you got to do. Do what Harbaugh and everybody at the Ravens said. Okay, Joe Flacco, we know you are the Super Bowl quarterback, but hey, we're going in a different direction now.
Yep.
You know, the team is different now, man. They made that flip. You know, man, and you see what they're doing right now, man, with Greg Roman. Man, that was dope. That's a dope nugget. Hey, Chicago, subscribe to our YouTube page, man.
Yeah.
Listen to my co-host, man. Ben just dropped the nugget, man. Get Greg Roman up there. Get Greg Roman, man. Get Nagy out. Get Greg Roman, man.
Yes, for sure. But now moving on to Mac Jones, of all the rookie quarterbacks, I think Jones has played the best. He struggled against the Saints, but that Saints defense is, we know what that Saints. Aaron Rodgers struggled against the Saints defense. So if that's the argument against him, you really can't use that. But I think Mac Jones has played the best. He had this week, like I said, he had a few interceptions. But I think a reason for his success is because a veteran, greatest coach of all time, arguably one of, has put him in a position to have success and build confidence. That's what good coaches do. And that's why good coaches turn top rookie prospects into the best of the NFL. I think if Mack Jones can continue to build some confidence, he could be a top 3 out of this draft class. This was supposed to be a really, really strong, deep draft class. Zach Wilson, like I said, he was the number 2 guy, and he hasn't played well. Trevor Lawrence was number 1. So in this deep draft class, Mack Jones has a chance to climb up and kind of show people he's better than where he was drafted. But like I said, New England probably was the best possible spot for him, just because that coach is going to handle him exactly how a coach should, build his confidence. But like I said, he's played great, and New England really doesn't. Now they did add 2 tough tight ends this year, but in the past we saw it with Cam Newton, even with Brady. Like Brady had some guys, but New England has never been the team that has the Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham, both of those guys coming out. They've never been that. That hasn't been New England football. So Mack Jones really, like I said, he's got 2 good tight ends now, but with the guys he has, Mack Jones has played extremely well.
Yeah, man, Mac. I think out of all the quarterbacks, I think the one with the most swag and the most confidence is Mac. You know what I'm saying? With what he got behind him, the you know what I'm saying, the job that they threw him into, you know what I'm saying, with him getting a starting job, QB1, you know what I'm saying, up there with New England, him in that tough, you know what I'm saying, AFC. So with him, we're gonna talk about. I know we're gonna talk about this later with him. You know what I'm saying, with this big matchup they got coming up. You know what I'm saying, this Sunday night. You know they're gonna be a great test for him, man. It'll be a great time for him at home to get a great win, man, because they do not want to fall behind. You know what I'm saying, to the Buffalo Bills too late in the AFC East, because the Buffalo Bills are rolling right now. So you're gonna have to slow them down some type of way, baby.
So now moving on to our last quarterback, because we're not gonna talk. Trey Lance really hasn't played much. So
did his thing a little bit. You know, he scored. He ain't played much, but this the thing with Trey Lance is just like Shannon. You just gotta just to tap in on that, man. Just to salute the Kyle Shanahan. Shanahan know what he has. He know what he has out there on offense. He see the type of stuff that he can do. He see the type of stuff that his quarterback can do. Both of them. And he using both of them, and he just using his offense. That man is working. I know he's probably writing up plays right now, and he knows how to use his quarterback. There's the same thing that other people can do. It's just like they scared to just pull the plug and work around their quarterback. It's crazy.
Yep, 100%. But moving on, and actually, before we move on, talk about. I saw your tweet. Talk about that left tackle. That left tackle block, Trent Williams against the edge, the back for the touchdown.
Oh man, get your stir ready, man, just to talk about that, man. You know I was a blocker. Back in the day, man. Just to highlight, man, the key block of the week, man. The key block of the week goes to number 71, man. Big 71 for the 49ers, pulling around the edge, man, for Trey Lance. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of him, and you know the cornerbacks. It's a new rule, man. The cornerbacks, they cannot cut the lineman now, so you got to stay up in. You have to stay up and get busy with the big linemen. I know they are loving that. That's probably the best thing on screens now. They cannot cut the linemen. You just got to stay up and get busy, man. And, man, 7-1 put his hands all in my man's chest and just threw him out the club. Threw him out the club, threw him 6 yards behind the thing. And it was good. Man, what a play call. It's to the point that with my shout out to the Tuscaloosa Stampede 7 to 8-year-old, I put that play in for us this week, you know what I'm saying, on the goal line. So I can't wait to run it Saturday in our game.
Oh, yeah. That's big news there. You're giving out some information.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
But and for your rookie, like, you throw him in on 4th down. Now, if people watching, like, when he ran out to the field, they called Sherman in motion. I had no idea what was coming. And just to have – that's confidence too. Like, even though it's a 1 yard or 2 yard run, that is confidence in your rookie to get out there and make a play. And really, if they don't score there, Green Bay might blow them out. Like, there's a good chance.
Man, they might blow them out. And people don't understand how hard it is, man. I just battled in the trenches, you know what I'm saying, at that fullback. It's so hard to score from the 1 yard line. Like, you have to get creative down there sometimes. And just with Cal, you know what I'm saying, coming up with that. Then, like you said, putting it in his rookie hands, they have confidence. The guy, you can tell Trey Lance walks in that building like he's supposed to be there. Because if he didn't, they wouldn't just they got a plan for him. They know what type of quarterback. They moved up, like you said before the draft. But we had this thing kicked off on the draft. We've been talking about was Mack Jones gonna go number 3 or Trey Lance?
Yeah, facts. No, for real, for
That's
real.
crazy for real though. And they pulled the plug and got who they needed. They got who they
Yeah.
needed for their offense and their coordinator.
Yep, for sure. And now moving on to our last quarterback, Davis Mills in Houston. He didn't play like amazing, but he definitely played good. He played really
I
good.
agree.
He kept them in a game with the Panthers. He finished 19 of 28, 168 yards, 1 passing touchdown, and a 95.5 passer rating in his first game. In a season where, like we talked about Tyrod, hopefully prayers up for Tyrod. Hopefully his recovery goes smooth. But in a season where we didn't know that he would be playing, like it's not as extreme as Herbert, where Herbert literally found out right before the game, had to go out there. But for Mills, like, especially me, in my opinion, I really did not think Mills would be playing. I thought Tyrod would have it all year. And like I said, it's so upsetting to see Tyrod go down. But Mills really filled in well. Like, he was definitely, you could tell he's a rookie. It's going to take him some time to get used to the game. But for the situation he was put in against a defense who's been one of the best, Mills played extremely well.
Man, salute to the Houston Texans and their coaching staff, man, getting Mills ready, getting that head coach, getting Mills ready and going to that game. I remember when they went spread, they saw that they had something. And that game with Mills, man, the way he was dinking and ducking the ball and doing it. I just like the way a guy just steps up, especially on that stage. You know, that's on TV, everybody watching, man, and he played a good game. Salute to him and they staff. There's something they could build around. Like you said, man, prayers out to Tyrod Taylor. I hope he get well. I just hate all the bumps and bruises my man had to go through just to get to where he's going. So, man, hopefully, and God willing, this is just a minor setback for a major comeback for him. You know what I'm saying? But salute to Mills, man. Mills playing good. It's a good future for him. You can tell that guy knows football, been playing football for a while, man. You just got to, you know what I'm saying, put the right weapons behind him and the confidence, and he's going to be all right for the Texans.
Yep, for sure. But now that is it for the first quarter. We'll be jumping into trivia, and in the second quarter, we'll be jumping into this past Sunday, like overall games, not just the rookies. We'll kind of jump into a few games, but now we will be jumping into trivia, and that is it for the first quarter.
Yes, sir.
For this week, first quarter, following the first quarter, our first trivia question: how many times did LeBron play against the Ravens in his career? We know he was drafted by the Ravens, and he had 2 other stints with other teams. So how many times did he play against the Ravens in his NFL career? So now jumping into the second quarter, we will be giving, we'll just kind of be going over a few of the games, not all, but a few of the games from this past weekend on Sunday. And our first game we'll jump into is the Titans-Colts game. The Colts fall to 0-3, and that is tough for them. But they really played well against the Titans. Like, this is just a tough divisional matchup earlier when I feel like the Colts still are kind of learning themselves. Like they definitely just seem like a team who's out there kind of trying to figure what they really are. They have Jonathan Taylor, who's not done anything so far this year. And until they really get him involved, that team won't have that much success. Carson Wentz has been battling injuries or whatever, and he has not played too well.
All right, hold on. Pause this. Well,
So now jumping into the second quarter, we'll be going over this past weekend's games from Sunday. First game, the Colts-Titans. The Colts just have not figured themselves out yet. Jonathan Taylor, one of the top backs in the league last year as a rookie, and has just not been anything this year. We got a good dose of Derrick Henry this week. He's just been a killer. Like, he is carrying the Titans. He has been carrying the Titans. Like,
yeah, man, they getting into their
guy.
groove. They getting into their groove, man. Just like we expected, like we talked about, you know what I'm saying, before the season started, man. They getting rolling, man. I saw him what he did to Leonard. He ran Leonard on it. I just was telling people, I say he probably got about 40, 50 pounds on Leonard, you know what I'm saying, running full speed ahead, man. But They're running, man. I really just don't know, man. They put all they trust in Wentz, man, and it just ain't turning right now. I hope they hope they turn the corner, or they're going to have to make some changes fast.
Yep. 100%. 100%. But now jumping into the next game, I know LeBron likes this. And if y'all have watched our episodes, LeBron literally predicted this outcome, and I don't think anybody in the world did. The Chargers
Man, you
over
could,
the
man.
Chiefs in Kansas City.
Vote up, baby. Vote up, vote up. And then nobody, it's so crazy, man. Y'all need to follow the Chargers on Instagram or whoever the lady is that run their Instagram, man. Her content is out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Just how she put up a thing. Everybody, I think like two people, Teddy Bruschi, somebody else and me probably pick the Chargers to win that
Chargers.
game, man. You know what I'm saying? But just like I said, just with their coach, you can tell the way that he talked, man. And I just found out that he was a quarterback, and the way that he runs his defense, like that's crazy. Just how that comes in motion, just how he does that. But how he got that team ready, to play, man, and then winning them close games. That what they couldn't do that with Lynn.
Yeah,
That was the problem with Lynn. They were dropping all them close games,
like
17,
8 by 1
14.
score. Yeah.
Yeah, eight games losing by one score. Do you know how frustrating that is going home on a Sunday like that, saying like we're 1 or 2 plays away from being in the
Yep.
playoffs or beating this team, But it was a huge win for the Chargers, man. Vote up, man. Vote up.
And even more from that game, like Kansas City, I'm reading here, hasn't lost 2 straight games since week 5 and 6 in 2019. So since Mahomes has really been the guy, like his second year in the league, that was 2019, but that hasn't happened. Like that defense held Mahomes to 24 points.
Man.
Like that's impressive for the Chiefs. Holding to 24.
Impressive. I think people just figuring out Mahomes, and I'm just like, man, when you look at the AFC West, it's like they're at the bottom by themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like it's going to get hard. I think teams are going to just start figuring out and just start piggybacking off each other, just how to, you know what I'm saying, how to shut them down. And it's crazy and again I got to tap back into what you said about Greg Roman. Tap into him, just how he involves that running game, because you really ain't got a hold on it. Because if people say, oh man, we go like the dude said, they think they got a chance to stop, you know what I'm saying, Lamar. You know what I'm saying? They think they figured out you know what I'm saying, the game plan to stop Lamar. And I was like, good luck. He just had 200 and 100, over 200-yard passing and 100 rushing, you know what I'm saying, versus good defense. So, you know, and that's salute to Greg Roman and his play calling and the schemes that he come up with.
Yeah, for sure. But another big play in that Chargers game was the interception of Mahomes. It was a tie game, and
the throw,
he just chucked it up. Like,
thank you.
We'll talk about all these quarterbacks making bad decisions and stuff, but when Mahomes does it, that was a good play by defense. I mean, yeah, it was a great pick. Don't get me wrong. Gilman had a huge play and it was huge timing, but Mahomes is running around and chucks it up. Imagine if somebody else did that. Oh my God, what a bad pass. He cost them the game. Let's be real. Mahomes cost them the game with that one. He thought he could get away with chucking it up in the air and having somebody run under it, but bad pass to Kelsey. Gilman intercepted it, gives the Chargers the ball at their own 41, and they go down the field. Herbert clutch goes down the field, gets a touchdown to beat them, and that is huge. Like you said, and that division this year has just been great. The Raiders, Chargers, and the Chiefs, and the Broncos. Like, this division has been insane. Like
the Broncos 3-0, man, getting led by Teddy, man. And like we said, we both thought it was gonna be Drew, and Teddy is proving us wrong. I'm a Teddy fan. I can't wait to see. I'm just ready to see everybody, you know what I'm saying, go against each other, man. Man, the Chiefs, like you said, the Chiefs Chargers game was so big for the division. And with them split like that, you know, them the games, like we said, them the games that the Chargers were dropping, you know what I'm saying, back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, with their old coaching, man. So shout out to, you know what I'm saying, their new coach and the way that they're rolling. You know, and Mahomes, man, you can't just chuck up the ball, baby. No. They got to talk about that. They got to talk about that, though, because when I seen that, I said, oh, my God, he just chucked it up. And y'all
just gave it up.
But if he would have chunked that up and Tyreek Hill always stopped like he always do, he's not throwing him on the money. He always got to stop and catch the
Yeah.
ball. Oh, what a throw! What it is! What it that? You know what I'm
Exactly. Oh
saying?
my
Nothing,
gosh,
so
he just made a great play.
not taking nothing against his game, but that was a
But speaking
bad throw. Just
facts,
cost
yeah,
him the game. Cost him the game, man.
yeah. But now jumping on to the we'll talk about a little bit about the football team versus Bills game, just because I expected this one to be a little bit closer. But
Yep.
the Washington football team secondary has to be one of the worst in the NFL. Like,
Man,
that was
I agree.
bad.
I agree. I agree.
And this is coming off of when I was just bashing Josh Allen. I wouldn't even say bashing Josh Allen. I was just saying Josh Allen hadn't played the way I expected him to. And then he comes out here and just tears the Washington football team DBs apart, like bad. And last year, the Washington football team was looked at as one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're coming out here and their DBs are looking at being viewed as the worst. That is, I can't believe
it's
it.
bad. It's bad, man. Let's go shout out to, like, man, I don't know what offense Josh Allen is running, but he runs around there just with the ball, doing what he want to do, dinking and dunking, running the ball, scoring 5 touchdowns a game like it's easy, trying to win the MVP.
Yep. For real though.
Just out there doing his thing. After the game, and like somebody, like I saw, you know what I'm saying, on a tweet or whatever, but somebody really need to go back and go to week 1. I really want to go back to week 1 and play that Pittsburgh Steelers and Buffalo Bills game over again, because I don't know how in the hell did the Buffalo Bills lose that game. It had to be something or something, because they got that thing rolling out. I know they'll probably beat the Steelers probably 60-0 right now.
Right now,
especially
this week.
How the Steelers
if they play this week, yeah. The Steelers
especially how the Steelers playing.
Terrible. Matter of fact, because you said that, we'll jump into that game.
Yes,
Joe
sir.
Burrow gets it done. And we did our AFC North quarterback rankings a few weeks ago. I'm putting Big Ben at number 4. Burrow's called him. Big Ben is just looked terrible. Like, the Steelers don't have confidence in him.
A game manager at best. A game, not man. And salute to Big Ben playing against them, man. But just like they said, a GM said on TV earlier, man, just listening to the television, they said a game manager at best. Game manager at best, man, compared to them other 3 guys that's taking their teams, you know what I'm saying, the AFC North. You know, it just ain't hitting, man. Cam Newton just chilling, man. Y'all want to change it up a little bit. Cam Newton over there chilling, man. Him and Najee, man. Get Juju the ball. Get your players the ball if you need to, because that spread out game, that's all they're just saying. That's why the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to that quick game, you know what I'm saying? Because he can't hold the ball. He's not mobile enough, you know what I'm saying? He can't do it. But do something quick, because Joe Burrow got it done, man. I can't wait to see him tonight doing this thing, him and Chase. And I remember one play, Burrow, Chase was just in the zone so bad, he just told Burrow, throw it up, man. I got him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a rookie talking, man, who set out last year going against that secondary. So Pittsburgh, man, I hope they get this thing turned around, man. And the Ravens are coming, baby.
Yep. Yeah. And we're going to jump into that too. The Ravens win on a 66-yard field goal.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, salute to Lamar, man. Salute to Lamar on that last drive. You know,
nobody's going to talk about that. Nobody's going to talk about that, though.
Yeah, thank you. Driving us down, long 3rd down play. You know what I'm saying? Making the play, making the throw. You know what I'm saying? Leading our team these last 2 weeks, man, putting it in Tucker's hands. They said Tucker was knocking them things down in pregame. It's so crazy that we said it. We said it on the show, you know what I'm saying, that he made the field goal his rookie year, you know what I'm saying, the same stadium. Man, and went out there. When he made the 66-yard, I remember I'm watching the game with that, and I told my lady, I was like, man, he made this kick. I'm running out the house with my shirt off, and like, she opened up the door. When she heard me screaming, she opened up the door. She thought I was gonna come running, but I was just right there screaming.
Oh my gosh!
The live reactions from the people in the crowd, and you know what I'm saying, people at home that, you know what I'm saying, the Ravens. Shout out to the Ravens on Instagram who showed that video, man. That was amazing, man. You know, shout out to you know what I'm saying, the organization, Justin Tuck on the kick. Longest in history, baby. Longest in history.
Ever. That was incredible. But with this week, we won't get into much Ravens stuff for y'all. So
man, it's just crazy how, man, you know, usually when that ball You know what I'm saying? Just
Goes
to
off.
tell people when it hits that goal post, it usually comes back in
Yeah.
field.
Yeah.
You know, the way that it hit and stayed up in the
Bounced
air and
in
went backwards, man. Like you
and
could
landed
tell,
in the
like,
net.
man, in the net, like he could have made it from 70, man, like for real. So man, that was crazy, man. Salute to the Ravens, man.
Yeah.
Salute to the flock.
And now jumping into what was the game of the week coming in, the Buccaneers versus the Rams.
Yeah.
I called
Oh
this.
man, you called it.
I really, yeah. I really thought the Rams just look unstoppable right now.
You
Like,
called it, man. Damn, you called it, Ben. You called this one because I went with the Bucks on this one, and I'm watching the game and I'm saying, and this all I'm saying in the back of my head, man. Ben said it. Look at that
yeah,
defense flying around. Look at that defense making plays. Look at Stafford just working that
pick it
offense,
apart.
just picking them apart, man. I'm like, Ben called it. Ben called it.
And I have never seen, since really your time with the Ravens, that the Ravens defense hitting Brady. It's been a while since Brady got hit the way he did on Sunday. Like,
Yep.
when he was in New England, he did, but since he's been in Tampa, Brady has never gotten hit hard. They rolled him over in the backfield. I watched one play. He got what, like, and just at 44 years old,
Man.
if Brady's got to deal with that, this will be his last year. Now, I know it's against the Rams defense, so it won't be that every week. But if Brady's getting hit like that.
They put Donald on. They put Grunt was at tight end one time, and I said, and I saw right before the pregame. I said, "Oh, Donald's at the end." I said, "If Grunt," I said it out loud. I said, "If Grunt got to block Donald," and the ball snapped. He blew right past Grunt. He came around, got the sack. I said, "That's just game. That's game plan." And they know just the certain weaknesses that you got. You know, Grunt is a great player, but they know blocking is not his expertise. Especially anybody blocking number 99 gonna have a rough day. Anybody.
Yeah, for real. But now moving on to our second to last game, the Packers 49ers. We both called this one. I put the video out onto Twitter just because we were so spot on. And I can't believe that the Packers the underdog and the whole game was going the Packers' way. And late the 49ers. Man, the officiating was terrible, but I want to get into that.
Thank you. I'm glad you, because I was like, oh my God, like come on, y'all want to make this, y'all want to make it a game, man. But you know how it be, man. You know how it be.
Real this, if the officiating, and I'm not even trying to blame it on the officiating or whatever, but if the officiating is just average, the Packers win by 2 scores.
Yep.
All of a sudden, the 49ers start getting back in the game. I think NBC called the refs and said, you know what, we're losing viewers. Get this game close, make sure it's close, and the game started getting close. Flag, everything. And the Packers still win. 37 seconds, no timeouts. What does Rodgers do?
Man, 37 seconds, no times out, and that was too much time, man. He did his thing, drove it down the field just like it was practice. You could tell they worked on that. You could tell they just work on that like it's just clockwork, man. Did what they had to do. He knew the time of, he knew how much time he had. Man, like I said, the key thing about that, no timeouts. Went down there, gave his kicker a chance, man. The kicker only got to make the kick, man. That's what he did, man. What a game to end that Sunday of football.
That was awesome. And then our last game for the week before we wrap the second quarter up, the Eagles-Cowboys. You were spot on before the season about the Cowboys because they look great.
They look good, man. They look good in their division. Like I said, I feel like they're gonna win. They're gonna run away with the NFC East.
Yeah, they're gonna win
it. Dak is back, man. They got a 2-back system going with Pollard, man, and Zeke. That is such a, you know what I'm saying, nice little combo out of the way. They going in and out, you know what I'm saying. I'm glad Zeke getting rolling, you know what I'm saying. And then they just play. I like their offensive coordinator. You can tell their offensive coordinator knows football a little bit. That week one, they didn't get to the run. They didn't get to the run, but they passed the ball a lot. And they still almost won that game. You know what I'm saying? That's what people don't understand. From the way that man called the game, he called a lot of passes, but they were very efficient, and they should have won that game. You come in week 2, he switches up. I got a good defense. Let me put the ball in my quarterback hand. He gonna make the right decision. Let's run the ball. And you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? They got 2 good wins, you know what I'm saying, coming off the thing, man. But I don't know what Philadelphia doing wearing them beat Cowboys, beat Dallas shirts, you know what I'm
Beat
saying, and
down.
practice all week. I understand the rival, but you know, Jalen Hurts, you have to play better, baby. You
Yeah.
have to play better, Jalen. You have 2 weeks in a row. I feel like it's two. I was telling my lady, I always talk to my lady about it. If it's not you, then I'm talking to my lady. But I'm just saying, Jalen, man, like last week you played the San Francisco 49ers. Y'all scored 11 points. What are you doing? No
Yeah.
execution. We need
Yeah.
one score. You know, I know this is what Philly fans are saying, and I know he's an Alabama guy. You know, so Oklahoma went to Alabama, but I'm just talking football now. The quarterback
Yep.
position has to play better, and like people see the yards that he had against Dallas. Those was makeup yards at the end of the game. I want people to
Prevent.
understand that.
Prevent.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
they was like the pass that he threw to Smith. I know Smith can't fall, but also you got to see that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Diggs not moving. Diggs know
Diggs
that you
all
about
over
to throw
that.
that.
All over
Diggs,
that.
yes, Diggs. And then if you're watching film, that guy's been jumping everything. You know what I'm saying? He's the leading interception.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So boss, you see how deep I'm going deep into like, are you
Pump fake
watching
and go.
film,
Yeah.
baby? Are you doing what you got to do? You
Yeah,
know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
To get the offense rolling. You know what I'm saying, for your team. But Jalen, you got to play better for them Eagles, man. If not, man, when y'all come to because that was in Dallas, when they come to Philly, man, it's gonna be the same thing. Gonna be another
Yeah.
route.
Yep, for sure. But now that is it for the second quarter. We will be jumping into a big matchup this weekend for our third quarter. But before that, we
Yes,
will be jumping into
sir.
trivia. Jumping into our next trivia question. When was the last time the Raiders started off 3-0? This is a big surprise this year, especially with their first two and actually even third game of the season. When was the last time the Raiders started off 3-0? So now jumping into the third quarter, we're gonna really just do this whole quarter about the Patriots and the Bucks game this weekend, which is the first time that Tom Brady will face off against the Patriots. And they're going to New England. So Brady's had a ton of success in
Foxborough,
New
baby,
England.
Foxborough.
But I'm excited to see how the fans are about it. I'm gonna let you start off with some stuff about this game because we kind of talked about it. But this game is going to be interesting.
Okay. Man. Sunday night football, you know what I'm saying? 7:20 Central, 8:20 Eastern. It's gonna be crazy, man. Tom and Grunk and Antonio Brown for the little 1 week he was
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Head back to Foxborough, man, and face, you know what I'm saying, face the new, you know what I'm saying, the new look defense, Mack Jones, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, old Bill, old Bill the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a great game. I feel like it's crazy that it's crazy that the stories that are coming out, you know what I'm saying, that I heard today that how Bill used to treat Brady like Brady was just one, like Brady was like 20, I mean, Brady was like 20 years old, not one of the vets in the building, not the guy that
yeah,
was taking pay cuts so the
yep,
team could be better. He was treating them just like a regular guy, and a guy like Gronk said he'd rather retire, you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
than play for the organization,
yep,
you know what I'm saying, and coming out of retirement and going all the way down, you know what I'm saying, to Tampa. So I'm just like, it's crazy. Like the guy, I feel like these guys are ready to go back. You know what I'm saying? The atmosphere is gonna be crazy. The crowds, there's gonna be so many number 12 jerseys, so many
oh
number
yeah,
87 jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Tampa and Tampa and New England. You know what I'm saying? Like Brady was talking, man. You know how the wind blowing there. I know how to smell. I know how to
yeah,
feel. I know how the field work. I know how everything work in that stadium, man. It's gonna be a great game, man. And people think Brady don't have a chip on his shoulder and he don't want to kick Bill Belichick's rear end
yeah,
come this game, man. You are crazy. And you think Bill not watching film from the 20 years that he was with his team in 2002, 2004, 2005, 2008, 12, 15, 17, 18, 19, the years
yep,
that they won the Super Bowl. And
yep.
the
All
years that
those
they
years,
went to
yep,
the Super Bowl. If you think he's not watching all those years also, you know what I'm saying, so he could beat Tom, so he can get that off his chest, You're crazy, man. So I'm looking forward to the match.
Yeah, and the offense, the Bucks offense versus the Patriots defense is going to be
Yeah.
extremely fun to watch. The Bucks are ranked top 10 in offense. Patriots are ranked top 5 in defense, and just I know some guys, Matt Judon. I know some of those guys are going to be getting after Brady.
Yes.
Especially I think the Rams might show some teams some stuff, especially edge rushers, some stuff
Great point,
about
baby.
it.
Great
I
point.
think they might show him some stuff because if Brady starts getting hit, like I said, this will be his last year. There's no way a 44-year-old man could keep getting hit hard. Like there's no way.
Facts.
There's no way.
Facts, and that's the hidden bruise of this game. That's why I said you hit Brady, like Ray Lewis used to say before we used to play him. He said, "Man, you hit him and get him off his spot. It's gonna be a long game for him, man." That the
Yep.
Rams did, and they're going into another. That why that's what the Rams did to Brady. So them going into another tough defense like Bill. Bill's looking at tape from years ago and looking at games from when Bruce didn't have Tom. Saying
Yeah.
trying to figure out what they're going to do, man. It's going to be a great matchup, and what I'm saying, can't wait. Looking forward to watching it, man. Can't wait till it kick off. Can't wait till it kick off.
Now I want to see what your thoughts are on Brady. Like, so before the season, a bunch of stuff came out about him kind of saying like the NFL has gotten softer and stuff. But a lot of people responded and were like, "You play a huge part in that." Like, so when you play with the Ravens, like when y'all played Brady, was it just like, man, this guy's so soft, man, he's gonna whine and all this? Like, what was
Man,
that like?
we could like I'm gonna be honest, like I'm a fan now, but when we played them balls, I'm not gonna be 100. We could not stand it. Like when we beat them in that wild card game, when we blew them out that game, when we had
Yeah,
them just running everywhere. That was a game when I know Ray Lewis, he knew it. Like Ray Lewis knew it on Thursday. He said, "Man, we're gonna get this game easy." You know what I'm saying? Like he called it like that Thursday. Like he said, "We're gonna get him off his spot." Like I think we got him. And like he was right on point. So. I know guy, it's a like it's a copycat league. You know what I'm
right.
saying? NFL is a copycat league. So I know they're watching that film for what the Rams did to slow him down. You know what I'm saying? But also Brady, he's gonna bounce back. Like we said, we're going to
Yeah.
Foxborough. You know what I'm saying? When he sold his house, I said I knew it was over with.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
When he sold his house, I knew it was he going back. And look, man, the guy's not playing. For the Patriots, let me say that for Patriots, man. You know what I'm saying? I got this written down. Man, the guy had 74,571 yards, 541 touchdowns in 20 seasons. And he left a whole organization, went down to another organization, got them ready, and had to go to long. And that's why I just want people to understand he had to do it on the road last year. He had to do it on
Yeah.
the road last year to get his Super
Yeah.
Bowl win. And they wouldn't even have that. I don't think they would have had the, what I'm saying, the home field advantage if it wasn't, what I'm saying, in Tampa, what I'm saying, just
Right.
in their hometown. And it really wasn't home field advantage. The crowd was, what I'm saying, split, but
Right.
they wouldn't be like at home, what I'm saying. They'd be the away team. They would have been the away team, what I'm saying. So what he did right there, what I'm saying, it sky's the man. Like it ain't no telling what the man could do. So I'm looking forward to that. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to and also, I know this off the record, what I'm saying, the Bucks, what I'm saying, they just signed Richard Sherman, what I'm saying,
Yeah.
to a 1-year deal with the vet minimum. So glad all the stuff he was going through, man. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
Glad he got his opportunity back. What I'm saying, doing his thing with the Bucks. Bruce giving him a chance, man. The
Yeah.
Buccaneers give him a chance because usually them teams be like, oh no,
Yeah.
what I'm saying, we don't want to deal with it, man. Salute to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. Give my guy a shot. Give my guy a shot. Glad he back on the field, doing what he loves.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm happy you brought that up. The Bucks have done that with AB. AB was dealing with stuff. They gave him a
Yep.
chance, and now they have 8. Like, so adding AB just made that offense terrifying. And now we're looking at it like, dang, they have AB as not even their top guy. So now they're adding Richard Sherman, who, don't get me wrong, is not in his prime, but
Yep.
for him to be signed to a vet minimum, that is not like, it's not fair. Like, I mean,
Man,
other
it's
people,
not fair. And like
yeah,
he just
like,
coming in fresh. He coming in with the vet man mindset. He coming in with the swag that he knows how to win. He coming in with the
yep,
Super Bowl mentality. He's with another and then the guy Tom Brady vouched for him. Said, let's get him in here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Let's get him in on defense. I need him on defense too. Like locking some guys down, teaching the guys. Really
Yes.
just vocal. Really that vocal, that voice. You know what I'm saying? Really helping the young guys, and you know what I'm saying. And also, he ain't got to be the guy, the voice on defense. Also, you know what I'm saying. And they got it. And look, they know they need Richard to slow down on Rams.
Yeah. For real, because that was bad. Like they
Boy, it
got
was
picked
bad. And
apart.
then the Rams just look. McVay looked high powered. That's why I said if I ever was like a coordinator, I had a quarterback like can throw the ball, like he finally has, like, you know what I'm saying. I guess he, like they saying, he finally has a quarterback. But I'm like, he had golf. He took golf to
Yeah,
the
to
Super
the
Bowl.
Super
I'm gonna
Bowl.
say that again. Took golf to the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. But I guess Stafford with the bigger arm, I guess, boss. You know what I'm saying, with that, man. But man, old Bill, old Bill gonna be ready for Tom, and Tom gonna be
Yeah.
ready for Bill for sure. You know what I'm saying? With all the cheating they was doing.
Yeah. And not having nothing to go against them except for like a 4-game suspension, which meant nothing. Whatever.
Boy, that was good, man. That when Bill threw Tom under the bus. That when Tom was like, "Oh
Yeah.
man, we ain't together. We ain't
Yeah.
together, man. I did that
Bill
for us,
knows he
man.
was a
We
part of
been
that.
doing that. Man, we've been doing that. Y'all know what's up, man. I was telling my lady about just how they was cheating with the balls, and
Yeah.
how they was recording, you know what I'm saying, the
Practices.
defensive side, the signals and practices, and
Yeah.
like, come on, y'all see how bad y'all are right now when they put the restriction on y'all. When you
Right.
watch the dark side of football on, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, shout out to the Vice Network for putting that out there. I said, man,
Yeah.
that's crazy, man. And start loving on your players, Bill.
Yeah. Brady. And another thing, before we wrap this quarter up, another big reason I was reading about that Brady was left, like they wouldn't let his trainer come in the building. Like his trainer for Tom
Yes.
Brady's, you're going to tell Tom Brady, who, don't get me wrong, Bill Belichick's a great coach, but what has he won without Brady? Like nothing. So
Nothing.
you're going to tell your guy he can't bring his trainer in there and think that that's
Come
going to work your way?
on, man. You're top there, and that's the thing that I'm talking about. Like, you have your franchise quarterback, and you know he's the franchise. He's the
Yep.
franchise quarterback. He turned the whole organization around. He got you the
Yep.
Super Bowl. He's the one that got drafted in the later round and told the owner it's the best decision that you made, and he backed
Yep.
up his word for 20 years.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it should be more Super Bowls. They like 3-4 plays away from,
Other
other
couple other
than when
ones. Yeah.
a couple other Super Bowls, you know what I'm saying, that they should have won,
Yep.
and you want to treat your guy just like, you can't treat him like a rookie. You can't treat him like a second year guy. You
No.
can't treat him like every other guy. Some guy, and then in the NFL and in the locker room, if you are a man in there and you understand it's levels to everything, you won't feel no way about that. You understand that okay, Tom, Tom is the guy, but they treat him like that in Tampa. I
Yeah.
say that they treat them
Oh,
like that. You
100%.
can tell. You can watch the American game when they won the Super Bowl last year and hear the guys talking about them. And even Leonard Fournette, you just hear him talk about them, just how they naturally just draw the time. Like,
Yeah.
man, he's a winner. He's a winner, man. He ain't nothing but a
Yep.
winner. That's all he want to do. So that's why I said, ooh, I feel like I know they're saying the Patriots gonna be ready on defense, man, but they missing a lot of parts, and Tom knows that too. So it gonna be. I hope it don't be a rout. I hope it don't be a rout
Yeah.
come Sunday, man. But Sunday, man, y'all gotta tune into our live show
Yeah.
Sunday. Tune into our live show Sunday morning when we go live and do our picks, and y'all hear our predictions and our score and our score and everything. Who we think will win that game? You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Come Sunday morning.
Yeah, for sure. But now that is it for the third quarter. We'll be
Yes,
jumping into our
sir.
last trivia question, and then we'll be jumping into the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter coming up, baby. Yes, sir. Let's finish strong, man.
For our last question of the day, which 3 running backs are ahead of Lamar Jackson in rushing yards right now? There are only 3 of them, but for the final question, which 3 are ahead of him in rushing yards? Now we are jumping into our fourth and final quarter. This will be just basically tonight's game. We'll get some of that content out for y'all. But the Jaguars versus the Bengals. The Jaguars are the big underdog, yet to win a game. They gave the Cardinals a scare this past week, so I think they could do the same to the Bengals.
Yep.
I think the Jaguars will keep the game close, and they could win this game. It'll be interesting to see. But first and foremost, the big thing is how Trevor Lawrence will play. Through 3 games, he's thrown 7 interceptions, which is more than his whole career at Clemson. Like, or at least all of last season at Clemson. Last season he threw 5. He's already thrown 7 in the first 3 weeks. That's crazy.
That's crazy, and that goes into your psyche. Then that's going into your mental. How you feeling about that? But hopefully, Urban Meyer and the offense coordinator, man, just let them keep slinging the thing, man. Like you said, man, we don't have a big matchup coming up on Thursday Night Football tonight, but it's gonna be a good one. Like you said, the Jags played the Cards very hard. I know it's a West Coast, trip, but I think the Cards stayed on the East Coast for that game, so there's no excuse. I think they just went stayed in West Virginia, then went right back down to the Cards. But the Jags should give it a good matchup. I'm ready to see, Burrow and Chase. It's so crazy, man. If you look back at one of our shows, man, we had a show talking about the top, quarterback receiver duo. I mentioned Chase and Burrow.
And this was after the preseason when Burrow and Chase, when everybody was critiquing Chase. This is another thing. I think LeBron was the only person who came out and said, this is the duo. This is who we should be looking for. And now that I was going to jump into that next, actually, so we can jump into it now. LeBron hit that spot on. Like, they clowned. Like, Jamar Chase was being clowned for how many passes he dropped in the preseason. You know what you get for winning preseason? Absolutely nothing. Jamar Chase was being clowned for drops in the preseason. And this goes to show, like you said earlier, the preseason does not mean anything. It gets some guys some play time, but it really does not mean a thing. Jamar Chase has been the best rookie wide receiver, and it's not even a question.
Man, it's crazy they turned into receiver U, because what Justin Jefferson did last year, his first year, for LSU, and just Chase just, him and Burrow already got a connection. Burrow said one time, Chase just said, throw it up, and Chase went and got him, and he catching the ball like that. I think it's just all about being a gamer, Chase a gamer, man. If you wear number 1, man, you got to be a dog wearing number 1, and he got it on in the NFL, and Burrow just smiling cheek to cheek, man. And I know tonight it's gonna be more of that, more of Chase, but it's gonna be more Burrow. Burrow make plays, man. Burrow just, ever since he been coming to the league before he got hurt, man, Burrow done stepped into the role, as the franchise quarterback on a terrible franchise as well now.
Yeah.
Defensive wise, they're bad. Otherwise, there was a little shake. They put a few key points around them. You can tell that, they just missing a few. They just missing a few more, key parts of their team, and there'll be a team. There'll be the AFC North might be looking like the, the AFC North might be looking like the AFC West out there.
For sure. But another big point, the Jaguars traded their former first round pick CJ Henderson to Carolina for Dan Arnold. So the Jags have Tim Tebow was on the field for the Jags trying out a tight end. So we know they don't have a strong tight end core. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tebow's out there. And they traded Josh Oliver to the Ravens, who was a 3rd round pick in 2019. I don't know how you can give up on a guy so quick. And then you got Tim Tebow on your field. Whatever. That's another point. But they added Dan Arnold, who's good in Arizona, was really good in Arizona, went to Carolina, and Carolina's going to go forward with their rookie tight end, who they said could be a big breakout player. And I'm excited to see what Dan Arnold does with Trevor Lawrence. He's a vet tight end. He's been very good in the past, and hopefully Lawrence can get it cracking with him starting tonight.
Man, I hope it be a game like when we talked about the Thursday night game when not this past week, but when Washington played
Giants.
Washington football team played New York. It'd be a high scoring game. Hope the Jags put up some points. Trevor go out there throwing the ball. And since he's going to throw the ball, they do not run it. They put the ball in
Yeah.
Joe's hand, let him throw the ball. So it's probably going to be a long game tonight. Trevor gets in the spread a lot bit. But so hopefully they get the run game going for Trevor so he can get his play action thing, you know what I'm saying, going like he was doing in college. People like you gave a point earlier, man. Them 7 interceptions are bad. You know what I'm saying? That is bad. And I know since he sees that, I know they're gonna be coming at them, you know what I'm saying, with that defense. Hopefully he doesn't throw a lot of picks tonight, in this game. But man, at the end of the day, man, I think chasing Burrow, you know what I'm saying, that connection and you know what I'm saying, the way that they're gonna be rolling. They only got to win it by 7.5. So that's they saying it's gonna be a weak game tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They probably went by a touchdown and a half, something like that. But I don't even know, man. Ain't no telling, you know what I'm saying, on a short week. You know what I'm saying? Good thing. This the positive about when there's a short week game is, you know what I'm saying, is you know what I'm saying, Cincy and Jacksonville, they all on the East Coast. So you know what I'm saying, no traveling ain't that bad. So, you know what I'm saying, for the team. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we get a good matchup. You know what I'm saying? Who you gonna take? Who you gonna take tonight? What's your prediction for the night?
So now jumping into the predictions, I'm gonna go with the Bengals by 3. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I don't think either defense will play too well. Like I said, I think both teams are going to score a ton of points, and it's going to come down to a late field goal. McPherson, the rookie from Florida for the Bengals, is going to knock it through, and I think the Bengals will win by a game-winning field goal or a field goal in the final 2 minutes of the game.
Man, that's crazy. That crazy. Look, I'm going. Look, I'm going with this. I'm going with the spread. I got them winning 31-24 cents. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I feel like it's gonna come down to like a late scoring drive. It's gonna be like 24-24 late scoring drive. Joe will put it on his back, you know what I'm saying, and try to drive it down, you know what I'm saying, and win against Trevor. And hopefully it's a game up back and forth, you know what I'm saying, Trevor versus, you know what I'm saying, Burrow, you know what I'm saying, former first round picks, you know what I'm saying, going against each other. 2 guys that national champions, you know what I'm saying, Heisman Trophy winners, you know what I'm saying, lit it up in the NCAA, and now, you know what I'm saying, it's so crazy just how football evolves, being, you know what I'm saying, them guys
for real
on that stage in college, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing, winning the national championship. Now these guys, first round picks, now they going at it, you know what I'm saying, prime time football tonight, Thursday night football, man. Make sure y'all check it out, man. Make sure y'all check it out tonight. It's gonna be a great matchup, man, with them Bengals and the Jags.
Yes, sir. And now that is it for the fourth quarter. Before we wrap it up, as LeBron always says, follow us on everything, man. Follow
us on everything, please, baby. Like Vid said, follow us on everything, man. Shout out to the Ravens, man. Again, man, Justin Tucker, man. You got a leg on you, baby. Mega
66.
That mega leg. Megatron, man, 66 yarder. When he made that little skip, when he did that little skip, boom, boom.
Yep.
But man, thank everybody that's tuned in to this show, man. Hey, tune into us every week. We bringing that content again, man. We're going live Sunday for our NFL picks, man. Make sure y'all tune into that. Answering them trivia questions, man. We sending them out, as y'all can see. You know what I'm saying? We sending the hats out as like we said, man. Then we the guys that win the hats, man, we sending a Christmas gift also. You know what I'm saying? Also from the podcast, Affirmation, man. So man, Ben again, man, we getting better with time, baby. I appreciate you, baby.
Yes, sir. That is it.
Yes, sir.
That is it. We appreciate it, and we'll see you guys on Sunday. Tune in for our live stream on Sunday.
High form, baby.